Fred Dellar here from Alchemy Magazine with another unboxing video, and this time it's jazz. Oh yes, it's jazz. Probably not the first jazz album or box set I was actually going to feature first. It was going to be Miles Davis or Herbie Hancock's complete collections, but something about this drew me in, and I bought it very recently, and I thought I'd show you what's inside it. So here we go, Jazz on a Summer's Day. You can't probably see this, but this is a beautifully embossed cover, and it's kind of like it's not fully album size, and but the design is unique for classy jazz stuff, really. And in the full review at the end, I shall give you my honest opinion what I think of it. So when you open it up, the panel here on the left, and there's one at the back as well, houses one of the two 10-inch vinyl discs that you'll find. There's one at each end of the package, and the book itself is lavish, and the design is, as you'd expect, it links into this whole event, which is from August 1958. It's just fantastic. And this is, well, it's jazz, but it's blues, and it's rock and roll. It's from the time. So you've got the listings of the tracks which are on the 10-inch vinyl discs and the CDs, and then basically it goes through the whole story, but also gives you a rundown of each artist with lots of clips and stills from the program. There's Anita O'Day. She's probably my favourite performance on the whole DVD and the disc as well. It's very, as you can see there, sorry if there's a bit of a glare coming from the window, but you can see that this is just a wonderful package, a wonderful piece of art representing jazz in the golden period. And it's not the kind of jazz I kind of fell in love with to start with, but I just love this, and as soon as I saw it was available, it's only £20 currently when I bought this. Proper book, lots of information about each artist, and then at the back is another sleeve where you can pull out the second 10-inch vinyl, and then in these two discs, I should talk about the packaging in a bit more detail, is the CD, and on the one underneath is the DVD, and again a nice embossed feel at the back as well. So that's Jazz on a Summer's Day, and here comes the review. So that's Jazz on a Summer's Day, and it's not actually the jazz that I listen to the most, whether it is Miles Davis or Turn to Forever or jazz fusion stuff. This is before me. I mean, some of Miles Davis is before me, obviously, but it's more jazz. This has got Chuck Berry on it and Louis Armstrong, and it's very different. But why do I like this? It's the DVD. It's the film. The reproduction of the film, I've got a big telly, and at first it's not 4K, but it is restored, and once your eyes get used to it, you start to realise it is fantastic. Now, one of the criticisms based on the film is that the filmmaker spent a lot of time filming the audience and the kind of yachts in the harbour as well. But do you know what? I really like that. Seeing people sitting in deck chairs and what they're wearing and kind of talking to each other, that kind of social history, that kind of innocence of the late 50s, when I was literally yet to be born, and thinking of all those people in that film are either gone or in their 80s or 90s now. I just find that remarkable, and seeing these musicians, the height of their game, playing with such passion and such power and all their dreams ahead of them, and just doing it for music, and realising that musicians and music fans, we've never changed. We still, you look into this video and you can see yourself whether you're going to see a death metal concert or a pop act. You watch the people in the video smiling and clapping, and the musicians looking out into the audience. It's just it's the same. it shows the power of music. You know, music, as I've said, is the healer and the doctor. You just see it in their eyes. The actual package, it's good, as you've just seen. The way that you get the albums out, you have to touch them. They're 10-inch vinyl records, and there could have been another way of doing that, surely, just so it go clump. But the booklet, as you've just seen, is gorgeous. The photographs are, the art, and it looks like a jazz design, doesn't it? You know what I mean? Jazz cats. It looks, you know, there's been a lot of attention to detail. Is it Anita O'Day? When she does that track, if I can find it here. We've got Thelis Monk trio. That's Anita O'Day, Sweet Georgia Brown, and Tea for Two. That's the bit I watched. I've watched that most. Watching her sing that, you know, and the joy that she has singing it, and the audience, and it's kind of like people eating sandwiches and chatting and hugging each other and stuff. And I just think that it's the complete package. It's a time capsule. There's some great pictures, as you've just seen as well, of the musicians. And at the back, you know, you've got the CD and the DVD and the other 10-inch single. It's got a nice embossed cover, and it just feels like a package. It's about, in the UK, this is about 20 quid, which I think is a bargain. So if you want a bit of history, music history, and something that will sit nicely on your bookshelf and coffee table, and something that you can just immerse yourself in. And it is the kind of film, because 10 years later Woodstock came out, which is obviously another great rock and roll film. This is a jazz film 10 years before that, and it makes you wonder whether, you know, this kind of documentary type, semi-documentary film, whether that was inspired by this. But it's a great piece, and you know, I'm really pleased I've got it. And obviously, when I talk about jazz in other videos, I'm going to go into more mainstream stuff in a way. But this is a great release, and I say bargain really. So if you'd like to know more about other box set reviews and album reviews, then check out these little boxes that will come up towards the end of this video. Please subscribe and ring that little bell so you don't miss out. Visit the Now Spinning magazine website, nowspinning.co.uk. There's absolutely tons of content on there for you to look at. Don't forget the podcasts as well. And if you'd like to know more and see more behind the scenes, then become a patron. And the details are below this video. Take care, keep spinning those records. Remember, music is the healer, and I shall see you very, very soon.